Welcome. Here's the shell. Representing Earth increases earth element and decreases fire element. And there's a gesture for that. So if you have a shell or want to just enjoy the fact that there's one present, it's a nice energy for the season. Come to easy pose, whatever that is for you. You can put your back against a wall, you can sit in a chair. You can do anything you need to, because it's really about finding the central line of energy in the body, finding the breath, gently aligning the central channel, the bones, so that the energy can flow. And then rubbing your hands together, creating some energy. Notice the temperature of your hands. Good, and then rest them around your eyes. The hands are full of prana. Try to find a nice long and relaxed neck. Support this work in your low belly, toning towards the spine. 5 times, breathe deeply. Through the nose, gentle sound, ocean breath. Ujjayi. Listen to the sound of the breath. And release your hands down. Pause a moment. Upward hands, energy. Touch your pinky fingers with your thumbs. With Buddhi Mudra, the water element mudra. Notice the sensations. Meditation with little activities that support the meditation. Things to notice, focus on. Just let a sense of ease come to your body, come to your breath. And to your mind, little spaces of it. You probably know that your thoughts are going to continue to come, and you just keep practicing. So relax your hands and welcoming water element energy for summer. Side bend over to the left side. Spread your hands, slide out to your own degree. Face your other palm away. Gently stretching that whole underside. Let your eyes and your face go upward. Gently warming up the body, bringing peace into the body. Customize 100%. Other side, breathe in, sit tall. Slow breathing, breathe out, side stretching, other way. Notice everything. Make adjustments as needed and find the side eyes upward. So in some traditional styles of yoga, the old books would start with moving the joints and eye exercises. We can combine those into our asana practice, since we don't have all day for yoga. One more time, breathing in this way, and exhale, back to center, inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, rotation to the left side. Adding a little yin element to your practice today, a little softness. Gently stretching the eyes, either down and centered or a little side towards the back. One more breath. Return yourself to center, and just a light, not that strong connected one, but just a lighter touch with your twist today. Pulling back on the energy of striving into more of Just being receptive. That the work doesn't have to be deep in a physical way. One more time, breathe. And release, heart lifting pose to stretch the front of your shoulders and chest, hands back, fingers forward. Bring your feet to an alternative position of your choice. Press your hands into the earth. So creating the same hand position we use, upward dog, downward dog, plank pose. The spiraling outward, the fanning outward of the fingers. So that does the same in your shoulders. Press. If you'd like to come to hammock pose for a few breaths, my feet started moving when I said the word. This is a hang. It's not all the way up into the reverse table, but it's just a little off the ground. Or just press, thinking you have the energy of that. 2, let the breath come stronger. 3, 4, hammock pose. One more breath. And come on down, release. Butterfly, feet together. Nice easy distance and a little forwardness, or to your own degree. Let your muscles relax. Yin style, butterfly. Awakening energy across the back of the body where the legs come into the spine and torso areas. Relax your hands. Keeping your butterfly, if you'd like to add a little bit of work with the hands and wrists. Take out your right arm, and your left hand comes like a Pac-Man. Come around your arm, just on by your wrist. So the thumb's going to roll down towards the floor, and your hand's going to push the other direction gently. So we're just moving the tissue gently in the opposite directions, increasing blood flow. Find a hold. It's a gentle thing. And release, going the other way. So now the thumb moves towards the sky and the hand moves towards the floor, rotating the other way. Just bringing that tissue gently in opposite directions and sitting in a way that allows you to relax. You can rest your arm. And release. Pause a moment just to feel that. Increased blood flow is the idea. To the wrist and hand. Let's come out to dragonfly for the second side. Just easy wide legs, relax. You can pop up on a blanket. Just letting the muscles go. And now the left arm out. Pac-Man coming in. My son is obsessed with drawing them. So thumb down towards the floor. Other hand pushes away towards the outside edge. A gentle touch. Present with the sense of touch here as we touch our own bodies, the temperature and texture, the energy of your own hand, and relax. The other way, thumb rolls up towards the sky. Keep rolling to your own degree and pull the other hand downward, the inside, for about 5 breaths. You can rest your arm wherever or hold it out there. Are you remembering to stay patient with all of this? Steadiness, stillness, and just the right amount. Any struggle in the body, now we let it go. Let's roll to the back, knees to chest for a little resting of the spine and also some cat and cow spine on the back. So bring your feet down. We'll come back to knees in. Find your center, restful. Hands rest on your low ribs, gently cupping them. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out, contract. Our second breath into your side rib cage. Just try to focus on side movement as you breathe in. Pulling out to the sides. Exhale, feel it come back to center. Feel it finish in the navel center. One more time, back body breath. Back ribs. And release, finish in the navel center. Make sure your head is also centered. Bring down your arms, roll open your palms, lift your low back gently away from the ground. So you'll tilt your top pelvis forward. And go the other way, bring your low back into the ground, letting the tail lift. Do that a few more times. Just focus is in the lower back. Arms could flip back over if that feels better. Rest your eyes, softly closed. See inside your lower back. Meditation and relax, release. In order to not disturb your back too much, bring one knee at a time, one foot lifting, come on in. And now any therapeutic movement or holding that feels good, 5 breaths. Find your spot or your movement. Come to stillness, breathe one more time. Bring your hands to your shins right below your knees. Bring your knees towards you, your feet as well. And then away they go, and you hold on. Leaning back, really ground your feet. This shoulder stretch requires us to keep our feet on the ground and to use our legs to hang back from. Lean back, try to stretch your shoulders with letting your weight fall away from your feet. And release back upright. Malasana, bring together your feet. Widen your knees, hold. Palms press option if you want to work your shoulders in front of your shins or in that direction. 5 breaths. Anjali Mudra, feel the power of the centering hands and release. Time to stand, time to come together officially with Om. Standing up in your own way, take a few breaths if you like. Try the no hands method if you like. And find your Tadasana. This is a cooling yoga pose. You look up the list of yoga poses. They're a cooling mountain pose. Energetic holding, attention to the shape. So simple, but not simple. Breathe in deeply, Anjali Mudra again at the heart center. Coming together with sound. Swing your arms to release your shoulders. Let them have an easy hang. Feel the energy of the hands. And step to where you can move your arms in all directions. Or breath of joy, which is really all about a big exhale. So a few times, inhale, arms front, inhale, arms side, inhale, arms up, exhale, fold. Just ragdoll, soften, forward fold slowly. Inhale, draw your hands up, let them trace your legs and then the center line up to the sky. And exhale, bring down your arms. Again, breath of joy. Matching the breath with the movements. You can be strong if you want to stand in your mountain, or as you're ready, one more time. Stay for 2 more breaths in your hang. One more time, try to release and spread any gripping in your feet. Flip your hands, trace your feet tops, your shins, your knees, your thigh bones, the center line to the sky. Breath in, breath out. Sun salutation. Spend a couple of breaths in each position and offer some alternatives so that you can back off the heat part of the sun salutation. Add a little gentleness, breathing in, reaching up, upward hand pose. Take a little time with your shoulders. Eyes meditate towards the center, nose center down. And lift the plane of your face, let your face reach towards the sun. One more breath, not striving. Bring your hands down. Transition to the forward fold pose, hugging elbows to lengthen the lateral body as you fold in. Several breaths. Let your head hang. Knees bend to allow the spine to tilt forward out of the pelvis. One more time, breathe out. Toning in your navel for half lift pose. Ground your hands to your shins and lift up as if you were seeing your most favorite thing as you rose up. Just this beautiful, brightening, heart-shaped heart pose coming forward. Take care with your neck so the gaze is just out. Breathe one more time, so it requires some strength in the legs and the belly. Lift out your hands in this welcoming gesture. One more breath. Heart lift, half lift pose. Bend your knees, bring your hands down. Breathe again. Squat. Breathe again. Position the hands in a place of strength, spinning outward. The yoga style, elbows hugging in, legs back. Plank pose. Only use the effort you need. Maybe your knees are down, all fine. Long spine, press the earth. Calmly, calmly, one more breath. Puppy pose, knees down, keep your toes tucked under, feel free to reset. Pull back your hips towards your heels to any degree. Arms long, elbows and armpits up, head down. It's okay to deeply stretch your feet, but don't crunch your toes. Try to release your head completely into the ground. Inhale, pull up to tabletop. Release your toes, heart forward, cow spine. Elbows a little soft, heart gently forward. Think of half lift and that little brightening energy that the small back bends give. Counter pose is the downward gaze. Downward facing dog, tuck your toes. Prepare your hands. Make sure they feel open and ready to bear some weight to press you back. Bring your head down. Feeling free to use puppy for that same kind of energy. External shoulders so the neck feels free. Move your head around in some circles or yes and no. What feels good? Maybe your pelvis wants to move too, or bending your knees one at a time. Exploration dog. What feels good right now? If you'd like to play with coming out to plank like the dogs do, like the upward dog to downward dog a few times with just the plank. It's playful. Use your feet to guide you forward and pull you back. One more time. Relax back, breathe out, downward dog. the journey back to half lift pose. When you're ready to breathe in, walk your feet forward. Try to remember which one you did first and do the other one next time. Fold forward, breathing out. Standing up, breathing in. Take your time so you learn to stretch your back. Take plenty of time for this movement in the body. And exhale, bring down your arms into your sides. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, heart forward pose. Exhale, bring your other leg back first. Widen your feet and your hands a little bit for your plank pose. Play with that. Soften what you can. Thumbs, face, what is it for you? Use the whole of your body for this work. Step your feet back in hip distance and bring down your knees. Rise up for a minute to kneeling and your hands to your sacrum. Another heart lifting pose. Camel preparation. Gazing down, ground the tops of your feet. And 5, release. Transition in your own time to puppy or down dog for 5 breaths. Other foot coming forward first. Stay grounded, walking. Breathe out when you're ready, fold in. Standing up, breathing deeply, stretch to the sky. And exhale, release. Compose yourself inside and out for a moment. This place where we find our posture, so our energy can flow really well. And it's a nice place to take the prana mudra, where got your peace fingers together up and the lower 2 fingers touch the thumbs. You can add a breath meditation here where we inhale into the roots. So we inhale with downward thinking. Think downward, breathe in. Think up as you breathe out. 2 more times. Prana mudra. Earth energy means water energy. That's how it's a nice summer gesture. The roots of the big toes, breathing in. That's our earth element connection point. Breathing out up to the sky. And relax and release. Pause a moment. Turning to the left side on your mat, your knees stepping for the Chandra Namaskar, for the moon salutation. So the new moon is, let's touch the pinky fingers. And then touching the 2 middle fingers with the thumbs. Touch your rabbit ears. That's the rock and roll symbol or something. Sorry for that distraction. Apana mudra, the exhale, the new moon. Breathe in deeply. A little too deeply where it starts to feel a little strong. That's super pranic. Balancing now with the apranic energy, the downward energy. So right now we're almost to the place where the breath is all the way out, symbolically with the moon. Try that one more time. Keep exhaling and release. Supported side bend, moon salutation. Bring your right hand to your side. Bring your other arm up and over. So you can guide your hip over towards the back of your mat. Press your hand strongly into your waist or wherever it fits comfortably. Nice and easy, changing sides. Side bends, shoulders down. Inhale, center as you're ready. Exhale, Goddess Foundation. Coming low down the center line, adjusting the angle of your turnout so that you are slightly challenged, but still steady. Bring your right forearm to your right leg. Your other arm does the internal shoulder dive to come behind your waist and turn to look back side of your mat, wherever your head is headed. Creating rotation. Drawing up the mula energy at the root of the torso. Release right over to the other side. That leans. We've got the lateral, adding in rotation. Hold steady. And release, bring it all to center. Ease the heels and reach to star pose, breathing in, soft, gentle reaching. Triangle pose to the left side. Turn your feet, reach out with your spine, come over and down. If you'd like to dive your top shoulder into that internal rotation to encourage the heart lift of the pose. Calm your energy, ground. Breathe out one more time. And come up, transitioning to face the back of your mat for Parsvottanasana, so square, turn all the way to face with the straight leg stance. Come together behind your back in the way that serves your body, non-harming. Gradually bring your hands together and work your way up your back. To whatever degree, add a little forward roll in your shoulders. Breathe in deeply. Exhale, Parsvottanasana, heading out and down. Lifting elbows and staying lunar, little soft, not your biggest one. It's a nice, familiar, friendly size version. And then rise with the breath, release your arms. Transition to Anjaneyasana. We need to bring the back knee down to the floor for the low lunge, where you guide your front knee out towards your toes. Stacking your hands, same side hand first and the other one on top. Guide yourself into the shape. Rest your shoulders. Just enough sensation in your right hip flexors. Breathe one more time. And release from the forwardness, hands down to transition to the side lunge, turning toes and knee towards the corner of your mat. You can come up high, know your variation, come on in. So up high, leaning over, resting. Down with the hands, you can pivot on with the toes if you want to. Squat as deeply as it feels good in your body, but not too strong today. And breathe out, circling through these poses to end up where we started. That's the moon way in this particular sequence. Find your low side lunge. Side lunge. With back toes option, squat more deeply option. Sometimes you fall over out of this pose, just stay in, it's okay. Just sit down on your bum. One more breath out. Release now the Anjaneyasana, so facing front of mat, rise to low lunge. Set your shoulders So the spine comes low, back comes into extension, comes into back bend. Left hip flexor stretch, stack hands version, rounded, soft. It can be strong in the hip and low back work. One more time, breathing out. And release. Parsvottanasana. So we just need to get up off the back knees so our legs can straighten, but we're headed in the right direction. Do what you need to do to come up and find your stance. Roll your shoulders in, breathing in, breathing out. Transitioning to triangle, you could just change in the triangle or come up first and come over. So whichever protects your body and allows you to come in to the triangle. If you're familiar with the poses, you could probably just transition there. The heart lifting version, arm tucking behind the back. 2, 3, as peaceful as possible. Breathing in, coming up. Goddess pose, second one, coming back. Adding eagle arms or shoulder hug with the right elbow under knee. So it feels most therapeutic to your body today, to your mind, your emotions. Keep the legs, changing the arms to the other side. Concentration, soft eyes. Keep those knees steady. Star pose, press your feet, release your arms out. Easy stance. Soft reaching fingers, shoulders find gravity with the plane of your face. Bring your hands down the center line, step in. And release back to the front section of your mat. Warriors A, B, and C. Right arm back, bend your knee. Leg, sorry. I was thinking about the arms, Gomukhasana arms. So that bringing the hands behind the back, gently work them towards each other, and then spread your elbows away, lifting your face. You do not have to connect, just be where you are with that work. And I'm not even connecting just to stay soft, just to stay easy with it. And release those actions, warrior B, nice reach out of the arms, turn your back toes, lunge low. A little focus on the upper body releasing here. We have this head turn. Release your arms. C, come on in if you know it. Square to the front. Child spirit, lift your back leg if possible, or just leave down the toes and find the lean forward. Arms wherever they are going to support you. Keep trying, even if it's the last breath. So one more breath, try again. And then release. And in that way we do our best. And keep practicing. So sometimes easier than others, all good. Step back, ABC, second side. Forward, pelvis dropping down. Foundation set, and then the arms. So external and internal rotations. Come on up, come on down. Be gentle with it. Downward energy with the eyes. Try lifting the plane of your face. Gaze down your nose. Deep breath again. Straighten your knee, release your arms, reach them out as you transition the legs. Turn your head, relax your shoulders. Focus on the releasing of the upper body. Release, transition your back foot close enough so you may turn and step to the front. C variation. A breath or two of preparation time. And then a 5 breath count for 1, 2, 3, 4. Still trying. 1 more breath. And release. Gratitude for standing practice. Feel the roots of your big toes. Feel your prana. And exhale into your belly center 1 more time. Interlace your fingers and then switch it to the less usual one. And press that to the sky, breathing in. Maybe the balls of the feet, big stretch. And release your hands and arms, come to forward fold. 5 breaths to release tension across the back of the body. Your own favorite one. And like breath of joy, if you'd like to gradually bend your knees more, rest your chest on your thighs and flip your hands upward. Flip your hands back over and stepping your right leg back. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Yes, okay, so nectar of the moon pose. We're gonna come to a side plank on the right side, so that back foot coming to the outside edge, and then the front foot also turning out. So the feet both turn over towards the left side, using both arms for support. You could do this with your back knee down, and just the front foot turned out. So if it feels safe to take that left arm off the floor, you can add some sweeping circles, feeling free to move in the hips as well. Nectar of the moon pose. So some hip stretching and strengthening. Free exploration. While holding yourself in a side plank. 1 more breath. Find stillness. And then pivot your feet. Step forward, step back, second side. So find that side plank, knee down or on the edge of your left foot, left hand. Turn out your right foot. Stay both hands. Refine your foundation with me. The arm sweeps if it feels good. Hip movements if that feels good. Free exploration. Change the angle if you need to of your feet. Let's find stillness for the last breath. Carefully transition both legs back and into your wide child's pose. Resting your arms, turn your head to one side. So you can support your head with your hands or just try to bring your cheek down. Rest. Head to the other side. One more deep back body breath. Coming out to your belly. Let's go through dolphin pose on the way out to continue to build that strength in our bodies. Forearms, lift the knees. Shoulders are external, so you feel broad in your upper back and your chest. Heels reach towards the ground. Solidify your uplift in your low belly and gradually walk your feet away from you and lower your chest into forearm plank pose. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your navel to the ground. Untuck your toes. Let your body go into the earth. And bringing your arms out in front of you. Head neutral. Some swims. Reaching the right arm and the left leg. Release. Other side. And release. Just keep your neck long. Downward face. Not a big lift, more of a lengthening exercise. One more each side. Come up, come down. Come up and come down. Rolling to the right side of your body, supporting your head for cat pulling tail. It's actually nice to get yourself to the middle of your mat for this one. And you can use your blanket or a pillow for support of your top leg if you need it. And taking your top leg is going to come forward in space. Leg straight or the knee bent will work, either one. We're going to roll back and reach for the bottom foot. Bend that knee, bring that foot towards your hand. Roll towards the back of your body. Turn your head away from your top leg. And yin pose, cat pulling tail, rest, soften everything. Just the right amount. So we find the edge of good sensation. Not even going all the way to that edge today, but make sure you always respect that when you come to it. Rest your eyes. Your jaw. A little bit longer. Be still. Breathe. And gradually let go of these actions. Coming gently to your belly, so work your way over to half frog for a little bit, where you bring that knee along the floor beside you, turn your head that same direction towards the left. Arms can support the head, whatever feels good. Stay soft. One more slow, deep breath. Memorize this for later if it feels good, and then slow release to not disturb the body. So cat pulling tail, second side, working so that you flatten your side around the center area of your mat. Work your shoulders, because ultimately in this one, we're trying to bring both shoulders towards the ground. So not having the arm overhead works better. All right, top leg out somewhere to some degree. So if it's too strong on your hip to bring it to the floor, give it some elevation. The leg can be straight or bent. Work your bottom knee into that bent position and try to bring your foot as close up to your hand as you can, catching and holding on in some way so you can play with the holds, see what feels easeful today. And allowing the roll towards your back, head rolling away towards the left side to any degree, soft as you can be. Totally customize this side of your body. Maybe there are glimpses of silence and space in the brain as you just rest with the hold and the breathing. Try to let the brain fluctuations quiet down. Stay neutral as you come out of the shape. Make your way around to your belly and into half frog pose for a little bit. Breathe out one more time. Nice gradual release. Coming through to sit down to finish, feeling free to move through the vinyasa forms on your way, or a little cat-cow or child's pose, whatever your body wants to do in this, letting go of those yin postures, releasing. Coming through and sitting for a moment before we finish for the shell mudra practice that reduces the fire element. I'm trying to remember all those different ones. I've always thought of this one as opening the internal temple. So sitting in a comfortable way for your body. Notice more ease now in the body and the spirit and the mind from the practice as we are finishing breathing. So symbolically creating the conch shell with our hands. Encircle your right thumb with your left fingers. So you start hands together if you want to just left fingers encircle the right thumb. And then the right middle finger comes up to find the left thumb. And that's it. That's the shell, the shank mudra, shanka. Follow this gesture gently. Perhaps meditate upon the ocean, connection with that earth and that water. The sound of the breathing, like the sound inside the shell. Recognize your inherent goodness. Recognize that we are all connected. And release. Come to your back body, please, with your any comfort items. The rest. Do a little bit of Supta Padangusthasana before we rest it on out. Bring that left leg up into the air. Maybe stretching the right leg out too. Giving our legs a little upside down time. Finding that just right place. Active muscles, reaching legs. Changing sides in your own way, flow to the second side. Shavasana, receiving rest. Grounding into the upper arm bones and the head to lift up and settle your shoulder blades. You can do a similar move, pressing your heels to reset your low back and your seat. Make sure your sacrum is comfortable. You don't want to be irritated in your Shavasana, so take care of yourself with any supports. Let the arms fall out and touch the ring fingers with your thumbs gently, the earth gesture. Whenever that feels complete, allow your hands to rest open once again, but holding it so that it's a very light effort, if any, and allowing the total freedom back to the hands for rest. A changing song, a changing walk, a changing thought, a sounding stone, a stepping stone, a word that is a sounding and a stepping stone. A language that is a stream flowing and is a man's thoughts as he walks and thinks beside the stream. His thoughts will hold, if the words will hold, if each is a stone that will bear weight, placed by the flow in the flow. The language too descends through time, subserving false economy, heedless power, blown with the gas of salesmanship, rattled with the sail of needless war, worn by the mere unhearing babble of thoughtlessness, and must return to its own downward flow by the flowing water, the muttered syllables, the measureless music, the stream flowing and singing, the man walking and thinking, balanced on unsure footholds, holds in the flowing stream. A gradual transition from your stillness. Take your time. Allow it to unfold in its own way. A gradual return to your seated pose. Sitting in a way that supports your happiness and your peace. Feel the gentle energy of your body. Be with the spaciousness. Ah. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I found my Wendell book. It's not with my poetry books. He has lots of words about